Tonight is Tuesday, June the 6th, 2017, the time being 9:30 p.m. Central Time or Charleston, Missouri time. I'm appealing to all of my followers, which according to YouTube now has went up to 71,800 and about 60 something. I'm asking all of you, I'm asking all of my family and friends, I want you to keep me in your prayers, because tomorrow, on June the 7th, 2017, at about 10 o'clock a.m., I'm going to court here in Charleston, Missouri, the Mississippi County 33rd Circuit Court. I'm going to press charges on an individual who threatened me on March the 9th, 2017, right here, on my own property. I asked him several times to get off. He not only threatened to kill me, but he said he'll kill me and take care of my two daughters. My two daughters was inside of the house, and they heard every word he said. They tired of hearing police threatening me, not all, here in Charleston, Missouri. They tired of the city attorney for Charleston, Missouri, telling me that I'm not a credible witness when somebody threatened me, so he won't press charges. The state's attorney on this particular case happened on March the 9th, 2017, just a few months ago. They haven't talked to me one time. Not once had they spoken to me. You know why they ain't spoke to me? Because of the fact that they don't like me. Just because they don't like me, it's their job. They get paid to speak up and to prosecute anybody in Mississippi County that violates the law. You see, they don't like me because I'm exposing what they're doing. You see, they feel that I'm a threat to them. The only threat I am to Darren Kane and the rest of the prosecuting attorney's office here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and the city attorney for the Charleston, Missouri, and the judges in the 33rd Circuit Court, they know who they are. Several times I've been threatened, nothing done. But tonight, this particular guy threatened me. A police officer came when I called by the name of Zach Albright. I done told you about Zach Albright before. Zach Albright, according to the information I got, lost his job as a police officer in Charleston, Missouri, maybe three years or so ago. For what I don't exactly know, but they said his gun and other equipment got stolen out of his car. But then he came to Charleston, Missouri, maybe about 3 years ago. He said he was a law enforcement officer for 15 years. But he came, and I told him I didn't want to talk to him because of the fact that he lied. He wrote a false report on me on April the 9th, 2016. And he asked me, could he please talk to me, because one of his other officers that violated my constitutional right had this guy in custody that threatened me. The officer name is Mike Coleman, who refused him, his sergeant, Percy Owens, and his chief, Robert Bobby Hearns, refused to let me press charges on an individual that threatened me and frightened my two daughters. But Zach Albright pleaded with me to let him talk to me, because he had been wanting to talk to me for the longest, but he didn't know how to confront me. And he told me, when I let him come on my property, he told me that he was pressured, forced to write that report on me, forced to go to trial on August the 25th, 2016, and tell a false story to get me convicted, which I'm on 2 years probation now for, and I get off next year in August. But you see, it don't end there. Albright is on the New Madrid Police Department now. Strangely, him and 3 other officers is gone from the Charleston, Missouri Police Department after the death on May the 5th, 2017, of a young black individual that's 28 years old from Nashville, Tennessee, who lost his life up under the watch of some of the sheriff department here in Mississippi County and some of the Charleston, Missouri police officers. But what I want to tell y'all is to watch very carefully. You see, I'm going in front of a judge who once gave an individual an expose against me in 2015, which another judge came from another jurisdiction and later threw it out because it was bogus. This judge is hearing the case of the guy that threatened me. But this same judge that gave this guy this expose, which he shouldn't have never heard it, because him and the guy who put the expose on me, him, the judge, and the organization he worked for, the judge and all of them worked for the same organization. The judge was the attorney for the organization just 6 months before he heard this case. That's what you call a conflict of interest. But I told him I wanted him to recuse himself. He did, and then a just judge came in and the judge threw it out. You know why the judge threw it out? Because that particular judge, the state's attorney, and the guy that put the charge on me, all of them is corrupted. They all is one. But tell me this here. Why haven't the state's attorney contacted me 9 times since March the 9th? Then they claimed last month in May, when the guy went to court, I showed up anyway because somebody gave me the information he was going to court. Why didn't they send me a summons or a subpoena? Let me tell you why, what their excuse is. The sheriff's department claimed that it was a failed attempt, that this was a vacant lot. Do this look like a vacant lot? No trespassing signs on a vacant lot. Do this look like a vacant lot? Every police officer, everybody in this town know where I live. When they tried to come take my children's bogusly, it wasn't a vacant lot. When they came to try to, when they took my children's once, it wasn't a vacant lot. When they come to try to take my daddy, it wasn't a vacant lot. When they bring me expotes, it's not a vacant lot. But just watch what go on tomorrow. You see, they contact, this same guy threatened 2 females and a little baby. The only reason this case is going to court because this guy threatened, the black guy, he threatened a white female and her little daughter. That's the only reason it's going to court. See, the state's attorney contacts these other individuals, letting them know to court tomorrow, sending them paperwork, but they haven't sent me nothing yet. But see, when I go to testify, I'm not testifying for the state's attorney. I'm testifying for my 2 daughters and my daddy and me, to let my 2 daughters know when somebody come on your property and threaten you, you do 1 or 2 things. You dial 911 first, but if 911 don't come first and you feel that you in danger, you do anything you have to do to get that danger off of you, even if you have to take that person's life. You see, this ain't the first time somebody threatened me. Some of they people come to me saying, well, he was on that stuff. He wasn't on that stuff bad enough that he came to my house. Why didn't he go to somebody else's house? Why didn't he tell the police he was going to kill him? But you see, I don't care what he was on. You thank God that I didn't kill him. Because if he ever come again, I'm going to dial 911 and I'm not going to retreat. I'm going to leave him right here so the people at 113 Vine can come pick him up. That's the funeral home. Peace be still.